Good morning, Akshay.
Good morning, ma'am.
Happy Pongal.
Same to you, ma'am.
Weren't we supposed to have class today at 9 o'clock?
Ma'am, 9:30, no, ma'am.
No, no, you said no, you wanted to have a class at 9 o'clock.
Oh, yeah, ma'am, that was this thing. Tuesday. Tuesday it got cancelled, no.
Oh, okay. I lost the track of days. One second. Did you read the textbook?
Ma'am, for last class.
Yes. I told you to read regularly and count, no?
Little bit I read, I think. Ma'am, wait, I think I read. Last
Yeah.
class. No.
The last class, whatever we did, was just like hardly half a page or so. Half a page, one and a
Yeah.
half page, that's it.
Ma'am, biomolecules is lengthy.
Okay, I'll
It is,
ask you a
ma'am.
question.
Ma'am, wait. Let me see
Oh,
first
wait, close your
where I
text.
studied.
Eh,
I studied
mm,
first page, second page, biomacromolecules, structure of proteins and all I didn't do. I'm somewhat I've studied, I think.
somewhat you studied, no?
Wait, didn't we learn about ketosis, aldosis,
Yes, we did.
and then it's something starts with R, no, Ramosin or something.
They don't follow the general formula deoxyribose and rhamnose.
Deoxyribose and Ramos don't follow general formula. Then we
Mm,
learned another thing, different types of
mm.
this thing,
Which thing?
amino acids. No, carbohydrates. Different
What,
types of monosaccharides, disaccharides, polysaccharides.
what were the various monosaccharides?
Uh, uh, Wait. Polysaccharide is glucose, fructose.
Okay.
Disaccharide is Ramos and alpha. Ramos is disaccharide. No,
Ah,
I'm correct, ma'am. Ramos is disaccharide. Ma'am, wait. Ramos, wait. Uh, we learned some examples. I forgot. Wait. Ma'am, no. Wait.
yes.
Maltose. No, not malt. Lactose is disaccharide.
Okay, then
Then even one more we told no. Sucrose is also disaccharide.
made up of
Disaccharides.
what are the monosaccharides of sucrose?
Oh, sucrose monosaccharides. I don't think I remember. Wait, something you were told though.
Yes. What is it?
Uh, Ma'am, something this glucose plus fructose, sucrose, glucose plus galactose, glucose plus glucose is maltose.
Glucose plus?
Glu Glucose plus this thing is maltose. No, glucose plus glucose plus two glucose. Glucose plus glucose only will be maltose.
Okay. And fructosis?
Fructose, uh, glucose plus galactose.
Upper sucrose?
No, ma'am. Wait, ma'am. Ma'am, you're confusing me. Wait. Fructose is glucose and no,
Uh,
fructose is a monosaccharide only. No,
ah,
ma'am, you confused me, ma'am.
and that is exactly what you should be like aware of it. When I said fructose itself, you should know it's a monosaccharide.
Hmm. Ma'am, but
No.
where is this thing in textbook, ma'am? In textbook, it says first it says primary, secondary metabolites,
Mm,
biomacromolecules,
mm,
then proteins,
mm,
then polysaccharides.
mm.
But
These
there is
are
no
these are
monosaccharide
based on
examples.
the questions that were asked before. That's the reason why we are discussing it. Once you go to the polysaccharides part, no,
Hmm.
there you will find whatever we learned, amylose, amylopectin, and all those things.
Ma'am, but
But
textbook I feel is very annoying, ma'am.
okay, by the way, NAM and NAD is found in
Nam and Nad, Nam and Nad, what? Nam and Nad we learned last class, no?
mm,
Is in something you were told Nam and Nad are present. In
Hmm?
what is that? It is something you told. It is found in Nam and Nad.
Mm.
It like what? It's found in a like sucrose or an organelle or what?
Not in an organelle and all.
Like is it found in this thing? Like is it found in like a polysaccharide, monosaccharide thing or something else?
It's a polysaccharide. It's a,
Glucose.
glucose is a polysaccharide.
Ma'am, glucose is actually a polysaccharide, no ma'am. No, no, no,
Glucose
no.
is a monosaccharide.
Monosaccharide, glucose, fructose, glucose, sucrose, and all is glucose, fructose is monosaccharide.
Ah.
Hmm.
ஐயோ இவனை வச்சுட்டு நான் என்ன பண்ண போறேன்னு தெரியல. சரி, okay, I'll ask a question. Which is the most abundant element in terms of weight on the earth crust?
Nitrogen.
No.
Ha, ha,
No, what? Answer is wrong.
ha.
You have your textbook with you?
Wait, ma'am, which is the most abundant element in Earth's crust? Atmosphere, I know.
When like, in comparison to human body,
Hmm.
in the earth's crust, most abundant element.
In atmosphere, it's oxygen, but Earth's crust.
Oxygen only.
Ah, isn't it? Won't it be some metal in Earth's crust, iron or something?
No. The
But
least the
oxygen is
least
only
is
what, ma'am?
the least element is
That I don't know.
it's sulfur. Go to page number 143.
153, 143.
43.
1 second. 141, 143. Oh yeah.
You see the tabular column on the side?
Hmm.
From there only I ask you a question. When I say read textbook, I also mean read the tabular columns, read everything. Don't
More to
waste.
know. More to know.
Yep. Correct.
So every single basically I should have the entire textbook like in my head.
Exactly. Correct. Finally you realize. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am. Before next class. Ma'am, tomorrow we can have class.
Noda, tomorrow I'm not here.
Because Monday I have math pre-board. So Saturday, like 2 hours I won't be able to sit. That's why. Like tomorrow if
Anyway,
you have we
Saturday you
can.
don't have class, no.
Why?
I only told you that's why I took an alternative class.
Oh yeah. Thank God I was dying about how I'll prepare for my math pre-board.
That's
See,
no,
my
I
physics pre-board messed up. But math, chemistry, biology, and English, which is on Friday, day after tomorrow. Tomorrow is English. Monday is math, Wednesday is biology, Friday is chemistry. I'm planning to ace it. Like ace it.
Ace it. Best of luck.
Now, one thing about math is I practice too much. So I'm very confident with math. But I need to practice like some sample paper which he gave because he
Mm.
told questions will be asked from those 10 papers only.
Then what is the whole thrill of it, Ra?
Because you can't finish 10 papers even if you write 10 papers, or even if you write one paper a day or two papers a day, you won't finish 10 papers in 3 days. Ma'am, like
That,
he's given a bundle, okay? He told 10 papers.
mm,
In each paper, if you open each like the file, there are actually 3, 4 papers inside, and one paper is 3 hours. So there are actually 40 to 50 sample papers. Obviously, only from there they'll prepare questions for pre-boards, no? For board sample papers only they'll prepare. He sent
mm.
entire board sample paper and he told only 10 are there. And there are actually 10 files, but inside each file there are 3 to 4 papers.
Practice. What else in life you have to do? Nothing else, no.
Ma'am, math I should ace. Biology I should ace. Biology I will ace. Ma'am, the thing about biology, ma'am, I will study so properly. Like, ma'am, after my biology exam, you ask me any question from 12th biology, okay, I'll answer it. But
But
then you
don't
should see that,
challenge me.
yeah, I'll answer it.
You'll answer it, huh?
Yeah,
When is your exam?
Wednesday's exam.
Okay,
Next
next
Wednesday.
Saturday I'll ask her.
Okay. And
Just
I'll
that
show you my biology teacher's question paper, okay? You will be like, what? full application based. Even if I know every single word in the textbook, I won't be able to answer her questions. Like next level application based only she asks. She's like, you should know the meaning, children. You should know why it came, what it came, how it came, why do you need it, why all that she'll tell. Like we will learn about IPM, integrated pest management. Only 2 lines will be in textbook. So only 2 lines will everyone will learn and come. She will ask why is IPM preferred over other things, all that. So we should make up our own Mahabharata and tell also. She won't give marks. She'll tell this reason, that reason. She'll start telling.
Whole Mahabharata it seems.
No, she's like that only.
Okay, I'm just I'll just change myself from one host to another host. Make host. Okay, cool. The PPT is open. Fine. So let me just share. Where is the screen share? Screen share is here.
And PPT for cell cycle.
When I look at you, I will remember, and after that, I'll just forget. Shit only. Okay, I'll send. Okay, can you see my screen?
No, it's waiting.
You know,
Yeah, it started
I
screen.
also am logging from phone. So now I can see
My
from both
brightness is too
places.
much.
Uh,
My brightness was too much. I was only becoming like full white.
okay. I think these things and all we finished last class. Pentose, disaccharides, oligosaccharides.
Oligosaccharides.
Example for oligosaccharides was raffinose and stachyose.
Ma'am, yeah, but I didn't see that game slide.
Game slider. And this is just to tell you. Have you played this game?
Yeah, my
So
favorite game that was.
yeah. So like this whole here, like see, like how each and every block is joining together to form that snake.
I
Same
made
way
such a
how
big score in that game.
uh
I got such high scores in that game.
very nice.
I reached a point where no matter where I turn, the snake will touch itself and die.
Nam and nag. Yes. Now we learned about N-acetyl glucosamine as a part of chitin.
Exoskeleton.
Yes, and inulin is made up of NAM and NAG.
Inulin is made up of NAM and yeah, and we finished potato starch also.
So, now we'll start with the next closest this one biomolecule, which is lipids.
So we finished. 1 second.
Only carbohydrates.
Yeah, we finished carbohydrates. Now we are going to lipids.
So we're talking about
Ma'am,
lipids.
where is lipids in textbook?
If I can find it, wait, let me see.
There is biomacromolecules, proteins.
Mm-hmm.
After proteins, polysaccharides, nucleic acid, structure of proteins. And then nature of bond linking monomers in polymer. Dynamic state body constituent, the living state, metabolic basis of living. Enzymes, chemical reaction, how do enzymes bring high rate of chemical conservation? Nature of enzyme action, factors affecting enzyme activity, cofactor, classical nomenclature. Ma'am, like, is there a subtopic named lipids?
No,
Oh, then okay. Then it will be under.
it's actually the like when they talk about lipids. No, you can find it in like the second page or so, under a small paragraph.
Oh, yeah,
But
lipids
again,
are generally water insoluble.
yeah, but that is not like they've just given you as a gist. So
Hmm.
that itself we are going to elaborate and study so that we can understand it in a better form. Okay.
Yesterday I watched Master.
Lipids are found in the macromolecule part or the micromolecule part.
Ma'am, I can't hear you.
Soluble or acid soluble when we did the experiment.
Ma'am, your voice is muffled.
Oh sorry, my phone is here. Yeah, I'm asking that in which pool did you see the lipids, acid insoluble or acid soluble?
Acid insoluble.
Which is macro or micro?
Macro.
Yes, but as per weight, lipids are
Acid soluble.
No. As per weight, lipids.
Lipids are
should be-
micromolecules.
Yes, but then they were found under macromolecules because they form vesicles,
Hmm.
which I told you in the beginning itself. Remember?
Hmm.
Okay. So, what are lipids? Okay.
Hmm.
So, basically, lipids consist of fatty acids and glycerol.
Glycerol.
What is it made up of? The glycerol? It's made up of
Carbon,
carbons,
hydrogen,
hydrogen,
oxygen.
and oxygen.
Hmm.
Yes. And its molecular weight is around less than 800 Daltons.
Hmm.
Got it?
Hmm.
We already discussed these points. So, that's why I'm not. And you also should know the fact that the fats don't dissolve in water.
Water. Only in
Okay.
organic solvents.
Yes. So when we talk about lipids can be classified as simple, compound, and derived lipids.
Simple compound derived lipids.
Yeah. So when we talk about simple lipids, the fats and oils and waxes come under the category of simple lipids.
Hmm.
Okay. So when I say simple lipids, okay, it's just a fatty acid plus glycerol combination.
Hmm.
Okay, it can be glycerol or any other alcohol for that matter.
Hmm.
Okay, so such lipids which has only the fatty acid and the glycerol are called as simple lipids.
Hmm.
Okay, now simple lipids itself, you have fats and oil and waxes. Now how does this vary? Okay, so when we talk about glycerol, I think we already saw this like in the one of the chapters earlier, no?
What?
About glycerol.
Oh, yeah. The CH2, CHOH. In digestion also we saw.
Yes. So what happens is that your glycerol is basically alcohol. Okay, and it's colorless and sweet in nature.
Hmm.
Okay, and this is a structural formula of glycerol,
Hmm.
which is not there in biology for you to learn. It's just for your understanding.
Hmm.
Okay, now
Chemistry it is there.
what happened?
In chemistry it is there.
In
Oh,
chemistry,
ma'am,
it
I
is
registered for JE.
very nice, Ra.
No, like chumma, I just want to see how the NEET exam will be.
It'll be
And the
the
close.
same. You'll
No,
just
but
get an
NEET
exposure.
JE, yeah, that's what. Like I just don't want to first time walk into an exam like that. No, and I can test my physics and chemistry only. But the problem is it is online. I don't think NEET will be online. No, NEET will be actually circling the options.
Which one?
NEET.
Even J is like that only,
No, JE is online.
Online. Yeah, correct. Yeah.
That's better than this thing. No, even NEET they should do means it'll actually be good. Like we have to go to a cyber cafe and there we have to see the computer and do. It'll be easier than circling options. Like you can deselect if you know you did the wrong answer, you can just deselect it.
I don't think they'll make your life that easy. Anyway. Okay.
Imagine
So
they have it like one question and then immediately submit.
yeah, nice. കുടിക്കാനൊന്നുമില്ലേ? Okay. So now when we talk about fatty acids are nothing but carboxylic acid, COOH group.
Huh.
Okay. So how is
Yeah.
out that look? It is C double bond O, OH,
Yeah,
and
this
one
I know.
R group.
This I know. It's carboxylic acid group.
So that R group can be any other groups attached to it. It can be a methyl group, ethyl group. Okay. Based on that, the type of fatty acid will change. So this fatty acid, along with your glycerol, that is the 3-carbon glycerol, okay, will form the triglycerides.
So the fatty acid along with the 3-carbon glycerol will form the triglyceride. Okay.
Actually, triglyceride will be formed when also, like see here, we saw this OH, no? So what will happen is these fatty acids will bind to this OH group, the hydroxyl group.
The fatty acids will bind to the hydroxyl group.
Yeah. So they will remove the water and then they'll bind to the hydroxyl group and then they will form the lipids. So such kind of lipids which will have alcohol and acid group are called as simple lipids. So fats and oil and waxes are examples for simple lipids.
So wait. Okay.
Okay, so here we'll see how fatty acids and glycerol are attached to each
Glycerol,
other.
yeah, carboxylic acid plus glycerol. Then H2O, OH and H will go separately H2O. And
Mm,
RC double bond O. Ester, yeah, ester I know.
yes, so that's what is going to happen. Okay, once again, I'll show you the arrangement. Glycerides. Monoglyceride is like one fatty acid. Triglyceride is three fatty acids. I
Hmm.
forgot. This I think this we studied in digestion chapter or so. The
Hmm.
structure, remember?
Hmm.
Yeah. So if you have three carbons and one fatty acid, monoglycerol.
Two is
Uh,
right.
yeah. If two fatty acids, diglyceride. Three
Three is
fatty
right.
acids, triglyceride.
Right.
Okay. So glycerol on a whole has how many carbon? Three carbon. So the maximum glyceride you can get is triglyceride.
Hmm.
Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this particular structure will be the structure of your lipid.
Ma'am, last
Simple.
class, you
Mm.
had told Byju's acquired some class. No.
Akash.
No, you told some other class. After that, now they acquired Akash. No.
When did I say they
Some
acquired?
Go Plus or something. Some you told some website. I went. You told me to see now.
Yeah.
Some academy in Kota. Not Akash. Something else.
Motion.
Motion classes. Now they acquired Akash.
Yeah, yeah.
What are they trying to do?
Monopoly.
Akash and Motion. 7,000 crore they paid.
Anyway, Akash was on the verge of selling, so no big deal.
Allen should have sold. Then it would have been good.
That will be the next step. Don't worry. Okay. Anyway, uh, okay. Like now we come to fats and oils. What is the difference between fats and oils
Hmm.
and waxes? Both are simple lipids, but there are minute structural changes. Okay. So basically, when you talk about fats and oils, they are nothing but fatty acids plus
Hmm.
glycerol. Okay. And majority of the fats are triglyceride. What do you mean by triglyceride?
Three carbon atoms and three
Uh,
fatty acids attached to it.
yes, that means all the OH group of your glycerol has been occupied by whom? The
Fatty acid.
esters have been fatty acid. Very good. Okay.
Ghee solidifies during winters.
Yeah.
Bangalore ghee is always solid.
Okay. So when you talk about okay, so there is something called as saturated fatty acid and non-saturated fatty acids. I hope you know the difference between them. Are you aware of
Ma'am,
it?
saturated.
Mm,
They uh, they are liquid normally,
mm.
but then they solid become solid when it comes to like cold temperature.
Okay, actually, saturated, unsaturated is about the bond.
Oh.
Okay, so
Reading
if,
the speaker notes was actually of no help.
yes, I know. Okay, so
Sometimes I
if
feel you put the wrong notes just for me to read the speaker notes.
mm, so listen, so whenever there's only single bonds between the carbon atoms, it's called as saturated.
Mm.
If there are double bonds, then it is called as unsaturated.
Mm.
Very simple. Saturated means all the bonds are broken, so that means
Mm.
single bond.
Unsaturated. Oh yeah. Oh, generally saturated hydrocarbons, unsaturated hydrocarbons.
Exactly.
Unsaturated is alkenes and alkanes.
So here, when we
Alkynes.
talk about fatty acids, they'll have only single bond between the carbon atoms. Okay,
Mm.
and those kind of saturated fatty acids are going to remain solid at room temperature. So your
Mm.
butter and ghee are saturated fatty acids.
Mm.
Okay, now when we talk about oil, oil should be unsaturated fatty acid. Why? Because it is having double bonds. Okay, as well as it is liquid in the room temperature.
Mm.
Okay, now remember this stearic acid and palmitic acid.
Stearic acid, palmitic acid.
How
Okay.
many carbons? Remember that. Why I
Yes.
am telling you is this palmitic acid, stearic acid. You remember we counted respiratory quotient.
Huh. In
Number of
respiratory.
carbon dioxide evolved and number of divided by number of oxygen.
Oxygen.
They generally ask for this palmitic and stearic acid.
Mm.
So if you know how many carbons are there in it,
Mm.
then you will be able to count it. No, that's why.
Mm.
Okay, so just remember palmitic acid is 16 carbon and
And
stearic acid is
stearic
18
acid
carbon.
is 16.
So these are examples for saturated fatty acids.
Hmm.
Okay, now as I said, unsaturated fatty acid. Can you see the diagram?
Yes, ma'am.
There are double bonds in it.
Yeah.
Yes. So oil is basically unsaturated fatty acid.
Hmm.
Okay. So which
Ghee
is
is saturated fatty acid.
ghee is saturated fatty acid because it's going to have single bonds.
Yeah.
Okay, got the difference?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, example for this one is arachidonic acid.
Arachidonic acid.
Yeah. Uh, this much you need to know. I don't think you need to know. Okay, anyway. So in some unsaturated fatty acid, there might be only one single bond. One double bond. In those cases, you call it as mono unsaturated fatty acid.
Mono and wait, ma'am, what?
In basically, if it is double bond is there, it is
Number of double bonds.
unsaturated.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if there is only one double bond, then it is mono. If there are more than one, then it is poly.
Poly.
Okay. Again, see, what I would say is whatever PPT we are discussing, no, like you might feel like these are not there in the textbook, but the people who design these PPTs keep one thing in mind. They don't like giving like a lot of content, unlike the other Alan and all those people. Ma, just a second. Ma. Okay. So what we do is we'll stick to NCRT like 90%. Okay. The 10% is extra is being given based on what has been asked before and what is needed for you. And what are the chances if they're going to be asked. So when I teach you something, if it is not there in the textbook, don't think that it's not the textbook. I'll not learn that. I'll not give importance to it. Okay. So I don't give you a lot of extra content. These are small extra ones, which there are chances that can be asked. Okay. So like you said, no, your teacher asks like application based questions. Okay. What someone like your teacher sets a neat paper. You're screwed.
Yeah. True.
Okay. So yeah. So if you take the PUFA example, PUFA is nothing but
Polyunsaturated fatty acid.
Olive oil is the one.
Olive oil.
Okay.
For health, they tell.
Yes, it's good for health. Yes. Okay. Because they have a high amount of See, there's always a debate, okay, whether saturated fatty acids are good or unsaturated fatty acids are good.
Unsaturated fatty acids are good.
Yeah. So when we are not necessary that always unsaturated should be good. Some unsaturated are not good. Like some type of oils are not good. No.
Yes, ma'am.
So yeah. Now, what is the difference between fats and oils is what we are going to see now. Okay.
Yes,
so basically, if you see, both are fatty acids plus glycerol. That means they are triglycerides.
Triglycerides. Similarities. Differences. Oh yeah. Fat
Yeah.
is solid. Oil is liquid at room temperature because it is unsaturated.
Mm.
And then fats are animal sources. Oils from plant, mustard oil, castor oil, sunflower oil.
Sunflower oil, coconut oil, all these are from plants.
High melting point, example ghee. Low melting point, example oil.
Okay. So your butter, ghee are fats.
Oil is oil.
Oil. Got it?
Yeah, I was just thinking oil is oil.
Okay. Now, so lipids classification, you have simple lipids. I'll just revise that quickly. Okay. So your simple lipids are nothing but esters of fatty acids. So when I say esters of fatty acid, it's basically a glycerol or alcohol group and a fatty acid group. Okay. So most of them are triglycerides. That means they will be having all the 3 carbons of the glycerol will be attached to
them.
what? one fatty acid.
Oh, like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so they're triglycerides mostly. So when you talk about simple lipids, they have fats fats and oils and waxes. So fats and oil is esters of fatty acids and glycerol. Is this clear? When we talk about waxes,
Oh, yeah, bee wax from honeycomb you get.
yeah. So waxes also are fatty acids and a long chain of alcohol.
Hmm.
Okay. But again, it's not necessary that the waxes should have glycerol. It can be any alcohol.
Hmm.
Okay. If you talk about your fats and oils, all of them have glycerol
Hmm.
mostly. Okay. But when we talk about the waxes, they can have any alcohol.
Hmm.
Okay. And
Oh, fats
yes.
and oils only have glycerol, but
Yeah.
waxes can have any alcohol.
Any alcohol. Okay. And you remember we saw this oleic acid, stearic acid, palmitic acid.
Just now.
Yes, those are all nothing but fatty acids that can combine with glycerol.
Hmm.
Is it clear?
But we saw them based on number of saturated bonds, no?
No. See,
Oleic acid is one unsaturated bond. Oh,
no.
palmitic acid and stearic acid are 16 carbon atoms, but oleic acid is only one polyunsaturated bond.
Yeah, that was based on the number of
Sorry, one
double
mono
bonds.
unsaturated fatty acid.
Yeah. But what I'm trying to tell you is that why we are learning about these acids are fatty acids which are a part of your fatty acids plus glycerol.
Oh, like that.
See, like for example, we learned that the general formula for your fatty acids is going to be RCOOH. Yes. Now that R group can be anything. So based on what that R group is, you're going to have different types of fatty acids. Some of the common ones are these: oleic acid, linoleic acid, linoleic acid. Okay. Got it or not?
Yes, ma'am.
I think that they are like a whole lot of names, but you need to remember them. There's no other way. Okay. Cerumen is found in
Ma'am?
cerumen.
Ear.
Basically, it's your ear wax is called as cerumen. Okay, what's the answer?
Fatty acid glycerol.
Yeah, these are the simple ones. Okay, so if you see this last two dabbas here itself, you can understand what is the difference between fats, oils, and waxes. What is the difference?
Fats are fatty acids, esters of fatty acid glycerol, but waxes are fatty acids and any alcohol.
Long chains of any alcohol. Okay.
Yes,
Now
ma'am.
we come to compound lipids. Okay. So compound lipids means always there is something extra. Okay. There are mixtures of substances, then that is when we call it as compound. So your simple lipids kuda, if I'm adding any extra group, then it becomes a compound lipid. Okay. These groups can be like proteins or carbohydrates or anything like that. So you might have heard of something called as phospholipids.
Phospholipids.
Not glycoprotein. Phospholipids we have learnt. Where have we learnt?
In this chapter only.
Which chapter?
What is that? Digestion. No. No.
Where?
Cell.
Correct. Where
Hydrophobic and hydrophilic phospholipids.
Where is it found?
In the membrane, cell membrane.
Correct, exactly. So that phospholipid is actually a fat, but it has an additional group. Which group is that?
It has phosphorus, protein, or sugar. Mostly phosphorus.
Yeah, it has phosphate group additionally. Okay, so it is an example for compound lipid. Got it?
Example for compound lipid.
Yeah, so see here. Phospholipid is a compound lipid. Glycolipid is a compound lipid. Sphingolipids are compound lipids.
Compound lipids.
Because they are normal lipids plus an additional group. Then they become compound lipids. Okay. So we'll see one by one. So when we talk about phospholipids, as I said, fatty acids, glycerol, and you have a phosphate group. Okay. And they are found in the cell membrane, which we already discussed earlier. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Example for a phospholipid is lecithin.
Lecithin.
I already told you about lectin. Remember?
Huh.
Where is lectin? What is lectin?
It is. We learned it in cell chapter.
We learned it here only.
No. We learned it somewhere, but I remember something you told about it, but I don't know what.
Yes, what is it?
I don't know what you told only. Wait, what you
You
told?
don't remember lectins?
Ma'am, give me a hint.
Go to your biomolecules chapter, your textbook.
Hmm.
Tell you the page number. 1 second. Page number 146. Open your textbook. என் மூஞ்சிய பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கான்.
Oh, concavalin A,
Concavalin A. It's a what metabolite?
secondary metabolite.
Okay. So lectin is a secondary metabolite. It's a carbohydrate protein combination.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
you told it is present in something.
Yeah.
Some food
When
we
I
eat,
told
it is
you
there.
about lectins, I even told you don't get confused between lectin and lecithin.
Lecithins. Yeah.
That lecithin is nothing but an
Lecithin is
example
the
of
phospholipid present in cell membrane.
correct. Understood the difference?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So when they ask what is concavalin A, that particular options had lecithin and lectin. That's why I'm telling you time and again.
Last time also you told the same question.
Exactly, but you don't remember it.
Ma'am, I do, ma'am. From next class, ma'am, as soon as my pre-board
Yeah.
get over, no, you see me, you'll be surprised.
I'll keep giving. That's my work to do.
Ma'am,
You study or not, it's your
I
work.
meant you see me, ma'am. Full any question you ask from 12th
I
biology,
keep
you'll answer.
giving you guilt trip.
Ma'am, yeah, that 12th biology, you can ask any question except neat questions. Like you should ask strictly from textbook and yeah.
I will ask strictly from textbook only.
I will tell you which all, see, yeah, all chapters.
Okay, now we come to glycolipids. So when I explained you the structure of cell membrane, I don't know if you remember or not, I told you that there will be few of the carbohydrate groups which are attached to the lipids on the surface. Those are actually glycolipids. Glyco means something related to carbohydrates. Lipids is lipids. So glycolipid means it's a compound lipid, which is a combination of your lipid, that is fatty acid glycerol, and your carbohydrate. This is also found on the surface of the cell membrane. Does this image ring a bell somewhere?
Which image, ma'am?
The image that is there on the screen right now.
Oh, that is there in cell membrane.
Correct.
Arrangement of lipids in cell, phospholipid cell membrane.
We learned about when we learned the diagram of cell membrane itself. Cell membrane and the like extra tail-like structures will come out.
Yeah.
Those tail-like structures are nothing but these glycolipids.
Glycolipids.
Okay. Now the same carbohydrate group, if it is attached to a protein that is present in the cell membrane, then it would become glycoprotein. So while marking, be careful. If you see here, the glycolipid is attached to the head of the lipid. Yes or no? Okay. So that is the reason why we call this as glycolipid. Okay. And what does it do? It helps.
The head of the lipid is attached to this thing, so we call it as glycolipid.
Yes, but there are proteins also on the cell membrane. No, if your lipid is attached to that particular protein, then it is called as glycoprotein. Got the difference? Okay. Okay. So I hope you know about this myelin sheath. Where is it found?
Brain.
Correctly tell me where exactly it is found.
In brain, where exactly you're asking?
Brain.
Cerebrum. Wait, forebrain, midbrain.
You know what is myelin sheath?
Yeah.
What?
It is that thing present in midbrain.
Bullshit.
What?
See, what are you doing?
Oh no, I thought I dropped something.
Okay. See, like neurons, right?
Yes, ma'am.
You know neuron structure, no?
Yes. Oh yeah, myelin sheath is found in the neurons. The body of the neurons. That lengthy part. Lengthy part.
It's called the lengthy part.
Axon.
Correct. So the axon has these myelin sheaths. Okay. So
Correctly
you would have
again.
heard of this gray matter, white matter, and all.
In brain.
Not in brain alone. It's present in spinal cord also.
Hmm.
Neurons are present in spinal cord as well as in brain. No.
Neurons are present. Yeah, correct.
Yeah. So you have this gray matter, white matter. Okay. So your myelin sheath is generally like, white in color. So what happens is suppose this is one neuron, that axon of the neuron, this is another axon of the neuron. They all will be together like this, no?
Hmm.
Okay. So what will happen is the axons will be facing one side, the head of this one will be
Neuron will be facing the other side. Dendrites.
Yes, dendrites and your cell body will be facing the other side.
Hmm.
Okay, so the dendrites and cell body will give a grayish appearance, whereas the axons will with the myelin sheath will
White in
give you a
appearance.
white in appearance. Okay, so that white in appearance in your brain is because of the myelin sheath, and myelin sheath is simply made up of lipids, especially a glycolipid, and the name of it is called as galactocerebrosidase. This is a fact for you to know. Okay.
That this myelin, this thing is called galacto.
The lipid in the myelin sheath is called as galactocerebrosidase.
Galactocerebrosidase.
Which is actually a glycolipid. Okay. So we learned about lipids, simple lipids. What are the two types of simple lipids?
In simple lipids, there are oils and fats.
And waxes. Fats, oils, and waxes.
Fats. Yeah.
Okay. And compound lipid examples?
Compound lipid example is phospholipid.
And?
Glucolipid.
Glycolipid. Okay. Now, derived lipids, basically, they are derived from your simple lipids. Okay. So, your cholesterol is actually a derived lipids. They like basically, they're not formed directly, but they're derived from some other lipid. So, the cholesterol in our body is an example for derived lipids.
Derived lipid example is cholesterol.
Okay. Now, when we talk about why we need lipids, very simple. Lipids are very good fat shock absorbers. Okay. So, generally people with like a lot of fat in their body, okay, when they fall down, they have lower chances of fracturing.
Yeah, that's because they have too much insulation.
Correct. Exactly. Okay. So that's because the fat absorbs the shock that is happening because of the fall. That is one thing. Then fat is also a source for energy. We already learned it. Yes or no? And it also makes sure that there's no water loss from the body much. So
it energy storage, heat loss, physical shock, water loss, messenger, and membrane compounds.
So there are some hormones. You would have heard of steroidal hormones. Those steroidal hormones are made up of fats.
Everything is made up of fats, basically.
Nothing like that. All hormones are not made up of fats, okay? Some of the hormones, like the steroidal hormones, are made up of fat. Some are made up of protein and all that we'll learn later. Okay, so another thing is that we saw about phospholipid, which is a part of your cell membrane. Okay, so these are the different functions of your lipid. I hope it's clear.
Yes, madam.
Let's see how
energy storage, water loss, steroidal membrane, steroidal hormones, chemical membranes, insulation, energy storage, water loss, insulation, physical shock, chemical hormones, and the membranes.
Very good. Okay. Now we come to the easiest part, which is another nucleic acid. Okay. So basically, nucleic acid, there are two types based on the sugar that is there in it, RNA and DNA. So, a particular organism can have RNA or DNA as a genetic material. So most of the organisms have DNA as a genetic material, but some of the lower organisms like, bacteria and all have RNA, even viruses have an RNA. Okay. So when we talk about nucleic acid comes under the macromolecule category. Okay. nucleic acids are basically made up of sugar.
Mm.
So sugar consists of what all? Carbohydrate consists of what all? Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, right?
Oxygen.
And then there is a nitrogen group and a phosphate group in the nucleic acid.
Oh yeah, in DNA, they're connected together by phosphor bonds. Hydrogen, sorry.
Phosphodiester bond.
Diester bonds.
Okay. So when we talk about the repeating, say like for example, polysaccharide, what is the monomer of polysaccharide called?
Monomer of
Polysaccharide,
monosaccharide.
correct. Monomer of proteins?
Polysaccharides.
Monomer of proteins.
Oh, carbohydrates.
Adi vaanguva, what are the units that make up the proteins?
Wait, like ma'am, give an example.
See, if many monosaccharides together forms polysaccharide, many what together will form your proteins?
Oh, proteins get converted. Amino acids.
Amino acid.
Like
Okay.
that. Okay.
Like
I
that,
got
yes.
confused.
Always when they ask monomer, you should say protein, amino acid.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, same way
Fat
nucleic
lipids.
acid.
Fats, lipids.
Fats, not just you. Hey, fats and lipids are the same thing.
Sorry.
It's the alternative thing. Like simple lipids are also fats.
Okay,
We
ma'am.
just learned it, and you are making the mistake of telling like this.
Some confusion.
See, lipids. Okay, normally in colloquial term, we say it is an alternative term. I mean, for fats, the alternative term is lipids. But the point you need to remember here is only simple lipids are fats. Okay, so the ones that we are discussing in our body and all is basically simple lipid. That's the reason we say fats are lipids. But when I ask you what are the monomers of your lipids, your answer should be fatty acids and glycerol.
Okay, ma'am.
Because many of those kinds will only together will form your lipids. No. That is the answer. So monomer of protein is amino acid. Monomer of polysaccharide is monosaccharide. Monomer of lipids is fatty acids and glycerol. And your nucleic acid is nucleotides. Okay. So what is this nucleotide? Nucleotide is nucleoside plus or a phosphate group. Okay. So you remember the structure of the deoxyribose and ribose sugar?
Deoxyribose and ribose sugar.
Yeah. Don't remember?
Wait, we didn't learn it only today.
How many? We learned it last class.
Oh, carbon, like you told, either I can draw like straight or like benzene.
Yes, the ring form, you remember?
Structure. Pentagonal structure or straight structure I can draw.
Correct. Pentagonal structure we will draw?
COH, like that.
When we draw the pentagonal structure for ribose and deoxyribose, okay, there will be one O on the top. Remember? Okay. Adukapro, you will have 4 carbons in that chain. The 5th carbon will be attached to the 4th carbon. Remember that structure?
5th carbon will be, oh yeah. Ring.
CH2OH.
Yeah. I remember.
Yes. That 5th carbon is where your phosphate is going to attach.
Oh, that's where the other carbon also attaches, no? 5th carbon is attached to the 4th carbon.
Yeah. So I'll just break it down for you. Okay. So let's start from the very smallest unit of your nucleic acid. The smallest unit will be your sugar molecule. Understood? So sugar molecule
unit of nucleic acid is sugar.
It can be deoxyribose or ribose. Okay. Now in the first carbon. Now where will this first carbon come? The first carbon will come on the right hand side. Okay. After the O on the right hand side, the carbon that comes is the first carbon. Along with it, nitrogenous base will be there. Sugar plus your nitrogenous base together is called as nucleoside.
Sugar plus nitrogen bases together is called nucleoside.
Yes. Now, to that fifth carbon, if I am putting one phosphate also, then that would become nucleotide.
Mm.
So nucleotide is nothing but nucleoside plus phosphate.
Phosphate.
And what is your nucleoside made up of?
Nucleotide. Oh, sugar.
Sugar plus nitrogenous base.
Nitrogenous base.
Is this concept clear?
Hmm.
Okay, now let's go in detail of it. Yes, this is what I said. This is the structure of your nucleotide.
Hmm.
Can you see? There is a link here to the fourth carbon.
Hmm.
Okay. To that, there will be a fifth carbon attached. And in that fifth carbon is where we are going to attach the phosphate group.
Hmm.
Okay. And where have we attached the nitrogenous base?
Second carbon.
First carbon.
Sorry.
Here there will be a O.
Hmm.
Okay. So don't get confused. The carbon starts from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Hmm.
Is this clear? No doubt?
Mm-hmm.
So if I remove this phosphate, this pentose and nitrogenous sugar base is called as what?
Nucleoside.
Very good. Okay. Now the pentose sugar, see, this is the structure I was talking about. When we talk about ribose and deoxy, only one OH group is going to be different, but the rest all things are going to remain the same.
Hmm.
Okay. So there's an O on the top.
Hmm.
From the right hand side, if you see, you have first carbon, second carbon, third carbon, fourth carbon, and fifth carbon.
To the fourth, the fifth is attached.
Fifth, yes, fourth is to the fourth carbon, the fifth carbon is
Where is
attached.
the phosphate group?
Phosphate will attach to this fifth carbon.
Hmm.
Okay, and here in the first carbon, it will see wherever there is a OH group, that means something can come and attach there. That is what is it. Remember, wherever there are functional groups, always something will come and bind with it.
Electrophile, nucleophile, like that you're talking, or?
No, like see, whenever there is a OH, there's always a possibility of forming a water bond.
Where H will come and touch.
Yes. So always remember that wherever there is a functional group, there is always a chance of some new compound formation.
Hmm.
Okay. So in the case of ribose, it can attach at all the carbons because all the carbons has OH.
Hmm.
Can you see? But in
Yes.
the case of deoxyribose, in the second carbon, there will be no OH.
OH. Yes.
That is why
Because
you can
that's why it's
compare.
called deoxyribose.
No, that is why when compared to your ribose, deoxyribose is much more
Lacks an oxygen.
stable.
Yeah, and it lacks one oxygen molecule.
It doesn't lack one oxygen.
Like it lacks an
Lacks
OH.
a OH group.
OH. This is an oxygen hydrogen bond.
Yeah, that is the reason why your DNA is considered to be stable.
More stable than RNA.
Yes. Got the difference?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now if you see this image, on the second carbon you have H here, but in ribose you have OH.
And that's why I told the O will basically go off.
The OH will basically go off. H2O bond will be formed. No.
Yeah, if you like see diagrammatically, only the O will be disappeared. Like the H is still there. But only if you have to explain it theoretically, the OH will form H2O bond and then the H is there. Oh, my favorite. Adenine, AGCTU.
Adenine, guanine, cytosine, thymine.
Instead of thymine, uracil is there in RBC. In RNA.
RNA. Okay. So they are going to form a ring structure. Okay. These
Adenine
structures
bonds
are
with
there.
guanine, thymine bonds with cytosine, and cytosine also bonds with uracil.
Cytosine bonds with uracil.
Sorry, cytosine bonds with thymine. Instead of thymine in RNA, uracil is there.
Eh? Cytosine binds with thymine.
Ma'am, adenine bonds with thymine.
Ah.
Guanine bonds with cytosine.
Ah.
Instead of thymine, there is uracil in RNA. So adenine bonds with uracil is what I'm telling.
Yeah. Also, you need to remember the structures given in the textbooks. You need to
Only
remember
you
it.
confused me in between.
I didn't confuse, sir. You only said cytosine binds with thymine.
Sorry. I meant adenine bonds with thymine, guanine, cytosine, and then adenine also bonds with uracil.
Okay, now listen. These structures, by looking at it, you should be able to identify which is what. Since it's given in the textbook. Okay, that is your duty. Now, types of nitrogenous bases. purines and pyrimidines. Okay, so adenine and guanine are purines. Thymine, uracil, and thymine, uracil, and cytosine are pyrimidines.
Hmm.
Okay, so these are the two types of nitrogenous bases.
Adenine and guanine are purines. Thymine, cytosine, and uracil are pyrimidines.
Yes, so I always remember it like this: ATGC. So your A and G's are purines, T
Hmm.
and C are pyrimidines.
Hmm.
Always a purine will bind with pyrimidine. A purine can't bind with purine itself.
Purine.
Okay, it has a double ring structure, but whereas pyrimidine have a single ring structure.
Hmm.
Got the difference?
Hmm.
Okay, so purines have what ring structure?
Purines are double ring.
So double ring structure like this, but whereas pyrimidine has.
Single ring.
Okay. Now, as I said, nucleoside is nucleotide minus phosphate group. We already discussed this. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then, so this is how your bond is formed. I hope this you already learned.
Yes, ma'am. Phosphodiester bond. This is.
Yeah. So the bond formed between one OH group of the previous nucleotide
The
with the
phosphate of the
phosphate.
next nucleotide.
Yes, this is phosphodiester bond.
Hmm.
Okay. So the 3-5- and all, you know, nucleic acid, two types, DNA, RNA. I hope you know the differences.
Hmm.
Okay. And this particular DNA that we are studying is basically Watson and Crick model.
It is there in principles of.
Yeah.
No, not principles. Principles of molecular basis of inheritance.
Yeah. So basically, when you talk about the structure that they discuss, it's BDNA.
Hmm.
There is something called as ZDNA and all.
Hmm.
Okay. So the normal structure we study of DNA is BDNA. Remember this.
It is BDNA.
BDNA. Okay.
Ma'am,
And
B.
B.
Okay.
Okay. And as discussed already, purine always binds with
Pyrimidine.
pyrimidine. A forms how many bonds with T?
What, ma'am?
They both bond, no? Purine and pyrimidine.
Ah,
Adenine bonds with thymine, no? How many bonds it is? Triple bond or double bond? And what about guanine and cytosine? Good. Okay. That is something you need to remember. They have asked questions on that. Okay.
this I know, ma'am. The hydrogen bonding is double and triple.
Yeah. So these all are your molecular basis of inheritance. So I owe you a question time. The nucleoside contains
Nitrogen base.
mm.
Pentose sugar plus phosphate plus nitrogen base.
What is nucleotide?
Sorry. Nucleoside it is. Pentose sugar, nitrogen base plus pentose sugar.
If it has double ring, it is purine or pyrimidine.
Purine.
Okay. Nucleotides in a polynucleotide are held by what bond?
Phosphodiester bond.
Glycosidic bond is seen.
Glycosidic bond. In
Glycosidic bond is seen in
nucleotides. Something.
glycosidic bond is seen in carbohydrates,
Hydrates.
polysaccharides.
Glycosidic linkage.
Yes. A phosphodiester bond is seen in
Nucleotides.
hydrogen bond is seen in
Between those DNA molecules.
proteins and the DNA.
Between
the
DNA molecules.
nitrogenous bases.
That's not between those DNA structures, the nitrogenous bases and bases.
Yeah, you can't say between DNA molecules.
Okay. Adenine, guanine has.
Hey, 1 second. You just said between DNA molecules, no? One DNA and another DNA will form hydrogen bond.
No, one base, base. Between the base pairs.
Entire structure together is a DNA molecule, no?
Between the left arm and right arm of DNA. 5 prime, 3 prime, and 3 prime, 5 prime back.
Yeah, be careful when you say things like that. You make an error. Like you tend to write in an exam also in the same wordings. Gone only.
Oh, ma'am.
Okay.
When it comes to NCRT, I'm a pro.
Let's see, no. Wait and watch.
Okay.
I'll break you down, Ra. Wait and watch.
One chapter will go from or what?
You said I can ask anything. I'll ask anything.
All multiple choice questions, no?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you'll show me the 4 choices and you'll ask me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So we have completed till now carbohydrates, lipids. That's it. Okay. We have still proteins and we also completed nucleic acid.
Mm.
So we have proteins left out and enzyme action left out.
Mm.
That would take some time. So we'll see that in the next class,
Mm.
which is next week.
Oh yeah, no.
Mm. Okay. So
Oh,
best of luck for your exam until then. Okay.
thank you, ma'am.
I'll meet you then.
Ma'am, go watch Master. It's too good.
I'll watch. Once it settles down, I'll go and watch.
Yeah, now 100% occupancy.
Yeah,
Some
I don't
morning
want.
it was full sunny here. Now it
Oh,
is full misty here, and it's 19 degrees. Now you can't see anything outside my house.
is it?
Like morning, actually, it was clear sky at 7 o'clock. That
Oh.
orange-ish clear sky with no clouds,
Mm.
and it was sun. Now it is full cloudy, 19-degree temperature.
Oh. Anyway, I'll be coming tomorrow to Bangalore, so yeah. I'll also know that how the climate
Yes, ma'am.
is. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, then bye.
Yes, ma'am. Bye, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Bye.